Is it really worth dropping $2,000 on a differential for a 335i? Find out today. We're going to be installing the LSD into the 335i. I shouldn't say today because you guys will see it today, but I will have this as a multiple day project. So let's get started. Let's jack up the car and I'll show you what's underneath. So car's in the air. Do put some brakes so the car doesn't roll forwards. So the big ass wrench. This is, by the way, this is fucking huge. You can actually beat someone with this shit. Anyway,
like my face.
If we just go under here, this 50mm nut is in the front of this. There. That one. The thin one. That's the one we're gonna undo with this. So the hole isn't big enough between the drive shaft and the differential itself to fit this thick part of the wrench in here. So now we're going to Balkan shit. And we're gonna thin this out a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then try again.
Let me remind you that this is forged.
This is forged, obviously. Whatever. Okay, so to take off this nut, make sure the handbrake is off and the car's in gear. So the diff can freely spin, but the drive shaft cannot. All right. So the car is very safely jacked. It is incredibly fucking high, actually. Like, you can sleep under this bitch. Yeah, that's crazy. So, what we have discovered, basically, because my car's a manual, there's no trans brake, meaning that to undo that fucking bolt or nut here, there's no way to actually hold the car, the drive shaft in place. First gear doesn't do shit. It literally turns the engine over. So what you have to do is you have to come to this little spot here where the flywheel is and put some sort of like small little tool. This was not the one that I used. I used a slightly bigger one, but you get the gist of it. You basically have to put this and jam the flywheel so that you can undo that nut back there. So this is at least a two-man job, and I absolutely do not recommend that you do it at home. This sucks ass. Guys, so the diff is out, but originally we tried to do it without taking the exhaust off, which is just a no-go. Thankfully, we also destroyed that fucking heat shield. But honestly, just take off the exhaust. It's much easier, much simpler. I also broke 2 studs in the exhaust, which I'm gonna have to repair, but don't worry about that. Point is, you should take it off. It's much easier that way. Then it's just a matter of lowering it, which is not that hard. But honestly, if you have the money and you don't want to cheap out, just take it to a shop. Let the shop do it. It's worth it, honestly. It's very fucking time consuming and difficult. It took 6 hours to take this shit off, so that's what you don't see in the video. So the car's covered up now. It's Saturday now, so on Monday I'm gonna take it to my guy, the diff and the other part from Quaife, and I'm gonna hand it off to him and he's gonna assemble it. He's a diff specialist here in Hungary. He has put together more than 1,000 of these, so I'm gonna let him do this instead of me. I don't know shit about the insides of it, so yeah. Now it's gonna stay like this, and hopefully on Wednesday we're gonna put it together and test it out. So now it's day. The differential's ready, so I'm on my way to pick it up. It's a nice 2.5-hour drive there. I'm as excited as you can get. So today I'm not gonna fit it. By the time I'm gonna be back, it's gonna be like 7 p.m. here. So I'm probably going to install it tomorrow, but tomorrow we're also going to test it out a little bit and take it to a little back section where we can have some fun with it. I'm gonna throw the burner tires on and see what it can do. All right, let's get going. So we got the diff. I'm on my way back now home, and this is my dinner: some surimi sticks, 2 donuts, and a Monster. Exactly what a healthy body needs to grow big and strong. 2 hours drive back home, so on these beautiful roads. The fucking state of that shit. Welcome to fucking Hungary, bro. Alright guys, so I'm working alone. My cousin has arrived yet, and this is where we're at right now. I've used the jack to position and put up the diff. It's very tough to put it into the right place, and you gotta take your time with it because this thing weighs a fuck ton, and if it falls on your head, that's not a fun thing. So we're gonna have new hardware here and new hardware there, and I'm gonna reuse those bolts and the big bolt. Those are getting reused. This one, BMW says to change, and that one, I'm not sure. In my book, it doesn't say to change, but the guy who did the diff said that I should change it, so I went ahead and did it anyway. So yeah, now everything's hand tight, so except those bolts, those are the ones holding them. But now I'm gonna put these half shaft bolts in, the drive shaft ones, and then once those are done, I'm also gonna do that one. Hopefully my cousin arrives till then so we can block the engine and put this one on with ease. All right. So after some troubles with the belt, now we're on our first little test drive. We're going to a little spot. Don't mind that the steering wheel's crooked. I gotta adjust it since I had a little bit of suspension work done.
Geci! Telement a szemem gumival!
So as you saw, the car ended up destroying the accessory belt. This probably happened because of the clutch kicks I did. After this, I fitted 2 more belts and changed everything in the belt drive, including the tensioner, but this has not fixed the issue. What probably happens is that when I do a clutch kick, it makes the belt contact the subframe, which then shreds itself. I will fix this in the next couple of weeks and maybe film a proper test video for you guys. So, was the differential worth it? Absolutely. It completely transformed the car and the way it drives. I love how you can hoon it around now during normal driving. If you have a 335i, in my opinion, this is an absolute must-have. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe. Okay, thanks, bye.